Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now, I came to this email. It was short, like the last one. I haven't read it yet. So, when I get the short ones, sometimes they can take a long time, sometimes they may not. So, again, remember to, after you hit the subscribe button, set your notification bell. That way, if I'm able to do 2 or 3 in a day, you at least know they were released, and you could just make a check mark to get back to it when you get free on your, spring cleaning day. So we're going to jump into this one. Good morning. I've been listening to you for a little while now. I was in a relationship with someone that I met while they were incarcerated. I had several experiences with this, and all except one were bad, and I didn't want to do it again. This guy began pursuing me on a dating site called I'm gonna stop promoting these dating site. He caught me at a vulnerable time, and I gave him my number. Then I figured if I was mean enough, he would move on. He didn't. In 6 months, I had fallen for him. Long story short, I dealt with him for 7 years, waiting on him, and 2 years after his release. I tolerated so much from him that I didn't think he would do to me, simply because he'd been in communication with me throughout some of the situations I'd gone through with other men. I started listening to you because I renewed my life to Christ, and I knew the treatment that I was receiving couldn't be the right treatment, although I've never had a real relationship since I've been an adult. So I've never experienced right treatment. I said all this to ask you, the things you talk about with regular relationships with men in the free world, do they apply to relationships with people who aren't present? I am no longer in the so-called relationship, and I'm trying to make sense of it so I can better understand myself and him or others in this situation. Thanks for any correspondence concerning this matter. Yes, they do apply. They do apply. Okay. I see you CC'd somebody, but I guess you CC'd yourself. They do apply, but for the men that's locked up, that's even worse, than the free world. Like, you really can't listen to the caged bird sing. Okay. Now, if the bird free and want to talk to you, that's totally different. A caged bird want to talk to everybody. You see what I'm saying? So you should never in your life, ever, date a man who is locked up when you meet him. If you meet him and you're dating him, or you married to him and he gets locked up, that's totally different, because you knew him before he went in. But if he is in there and you meet him, you should never talk to a man that's locked up. The reason being is because none of us will know what's real and what's fake. Only him and God. Only him and God. And 99% of the time is fake. I got family members, women very near and dear to me, mama, sister, and other women who've dated men incarcerated. I ain't seen one work out yet. I ain't seen now one work out. Okay, you can't. And again, the one of the things that I tell y'all that you always got to remember is love is a moral act. So if a man in prison, unless he innocent, which a lot of them innocent, if you let them tell it, he gonna struggle with love and relationships anyways, because he lack morals. So a criminal, it's gonna be hard for a criminal to do right in a relationship, because love takes morals. So that's first and foremost what you got to realize and understand. So as a rule of thumb, yes, men, anything I'm talking about, it applies to those locked up. But with those locked up, you got to multiply it by 2 or 3, because in being locked up too, you never get to see him. Meaning, like, on a daily basis, you don't get to lie down in his bunk and go to sleep with him. You don't get to see what mail he gets. So a lot of these guys may literally have a different woman sending them a letter every day. And it could be a running joke in there. Boy, you got more women than the man who started the Playboy magazine. Hey, Hugh Hefner, what's going on? What? Hey, you gonna be in the mess hall later? All right now, Hugh. Woo! But hey, let me see a picture. I know you don't care nothing about it. Let me see that picture. You see what I'm saying? These guys, they locked up. I know good and well if I was locked up and not walking with the Lord, I have me 7 to 14 women. If I wasn't walking with the Lord, I know good and well. Because you in there, you locked up, you bored. You want all the letters, all the commissary, all the pictures. You need everything you can get when you caged in. You hear me? And so what you have to realize is, if you meet a man and he locked up, the relationship is not real. It's no different when you meet a man long distance. Relationship is not real. And I know y'all hate to hear that, but that's just how direct I got to be, because y'all will take an inkling. Y'all, if I leave one syllable off what I'm saying, you gonna think this don't apply to you, and he left the E off the end of the word, so he ain't talking to me. So I could do this right here, prison relationship, because he said prison. He ain't say prison, he said prizzo relationship. And then you'll take that and go and think you finna be the exception to the rule. He ain't talking to me. He said prisons in Kentucky. I live in DC. This woman wrote in from Kentucky. So he ain't talking about me. Our prison system better. The men in our prison better. And y'all take that one little thing and run with it. No, listen. I'm talking to you. That prison relationship, it ain't real. I got a lot of homeboys and family members in prison. They might watch this video in there and be offended that I'm telling they women who they done told to watch me that their relationship ain't real. Hey, I'm sorry about it. Because if it's real, I don't know how you gonna prove it. I don't know how he gonna prove it. You see what I mean? It just really ain't. It's gonna be real hard pressed to prove that you the only woman he pen paling with. And then the man on a dating site, the fact that I am a relationship coach and I have never heard of this dating site that you said. Oh my goodness. Unless this was some typo, but you ain't have no typo nowhere else, so I'm assuming this is the dating site. I have never heard of this dating site. Listen, if you gonna get on a dating site, which you should never, but if you gonna get on a dating site, it need to be one of the top 3. One of the big 3. When you get on this Z-list dating site, this ain't no A list, this ain't no B list, this ain't no C list. This is a Z, as in zebra. This is a Z-list dating site. The riff-raff you finna have on this site, listen, sister, listen. And now see, I'm gonna look at you with my good eye. Let me look at you with my good eye. I can barely see. I can't really see you. But one thing I'm gonna tell you, stop worrying about relationships and worry about you. Stop worrying about relationships and worry about you. That's right there, the number one. That's the number one problem right there, is you looking for a man. Look for you. Who are you? Have you reached your goals? What are your goals for yourself? Have you reached your goals? Reach your goals. Focus on you. Work on you. And then the man will come to you and he won't be online. See, when you work on you, you won't have to get online to dating, because everywhere you go, men will be approaching you when you work on you. But if you know you're not where you're supposed to be, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, then you're going to repel men. So when there's no men approaching you, that's saying something. It's saying that something on your mental or your physical or your spiritual is putting up a guard, and it's blocking those men, and you may need to understand and hear what that is. And it could be the way you take care of your body. It could be what you're telling your mind. It could be where your spiritual life is at. Because as humans, we have receptors, and we perceive what we are, seeing on other people. And so when somebody's angry, you could tell it. When somebody's happy, you can tell it. When somebody's insecure, you can tell it. When somebody is seducing, you can tell it. Like wherever a person is in their body, you can look at their body and say, okay, this person lives an average life. Not too crazy in the gym, but doesn't overeat. You look at this person, okay, this person, may have some health issues or is unhealthy, either an unhealthy eater or has some underlying health issues that causes their body to respond in that way. Oh, this person right here may have some unhealthy behaviors or genetically just doesn't gain weight. And so you look at a person and you can make an assessment. You may be wrong, but you look at what you can see and what you can sense, and you see that data, and then you make an assessment. So when a man sees you, he makes an assessment. Okay, this woman is insecure because of her weight. This woman is insecure because of her complexion. This woman is insecure because of her height. This woman is insecure because of her teeth, because of her nose, because of her ears. And he'll look at you and he'll make an assessment based on the data he's received from the world. So if the world praises certain things and you don't have those things, he's going to assume that you are insecure because of that. And if you haven't done the work to truly be secure, and you actually are insecure because of whatever it is going on in your life, then now you become prey. And that's how you get preyed on, and that's how you lose. So listen, it's certain things, and this list could go forever. So you kind of, as you hear them, write it down in your notebook and add it to your list. Never date a man in prison. Or jail. Either one. Jail is where you go when you sentenced to under 365 days. Prison is where you go when you got 366 days. Somebody can be in jail for longer than 365 days, but when you get a sentence that is 366 days or more, you go to prison. So whether he in the county jail or whether he in the state prison or the federal penitentiary, do not date a man that's locked up. Unless this was your man before he went in. And when he go in there, that's when you assess the situation and see if you want to stay until he get out of there. Because that could be destiny giving you your opportunity to break free and get a new location, a new address, and he don't know where you at if it was toxic before he went in there. But if he already in there and you meet him on a dating app, for one, that's contraband. He ain't supposed to be on no dating app. He ain't supposed to have no phone. And they ain't letting them go on no computer to get on no dating app. So he already illegal, contrabanding. And so that lets you know his morals are already low. His value is low. He don't have integrity. You in there for cheating the legal system out here, and then you get in there and cheat on top of being already a cheater. So you can't expect nothing from a man like that. And then now what broke me down now? Sister, I dealt with him for 7 years, waiting on him, and 2 years after his release. Lord, Lord, Jesus, be a time machine. It's like, sister, bless you. Bless you. You need to write a tell-all book for every woman in the world not to be dealing with no prison man. That no man that she meet when he locked up. That need to be a telltale horror story. 9 years of your life. God bless you. God bless you. I pray that you could redeem the time by helping other women. Start you a ministry to help deliver women from the grasp of lying men locked up, caged birds singing. Hey, this is Tony Gaston. This was kind of short. I'm gonna have these video individual though, just because sometimes if I put a title, somebody might not click it because the title is saying one thing, and if there's another video, another letter in there, then you miss that letter that pertains to you because the title says, prison relationship. So, and that's what she titled her email, so I may play off of that some kind of way. But if you're in this situation, I know it gets a lot deeper in here, so But just the rule of thumb is if you meet him while he's locked up, never date a man that you meet while he locked up. If you with him and he gets locked up and he's a good man to you before he got locked up, then yes, you can stay with him, help him grow while he in there, and hope that he changes, especially if he's innocent, or if he did something like, that wasn't malicious. Like, if I'm with my wife and a dude say something to her disrespectful at a game, and I hit him and he die, then that don't mean I'm low morals, low character person. I was defending my wife and he happened to die, so now I may go to prison for second degree. And so that's what I mean. Now, if you with a man out and then he is scamming, if he's selling drugs, if he doing stuff illegal, you already getting cheated on anyways. You maybe have not caught him, but there's no such thing as a man who will break the law, like that's, and it's not self-defense, that's gonna be faithful. There's no such thing, because love is a moral act. Love is a moral act. So if a man will do something illegal to risk his freedom, cheating is easy. And I know y'all don't like to hear that because you don't think that it goes hand in hand, but one hand wash the other. Love takes morals. Love takes integrity. Love takes good character. So if a man don't have good character and he has low morals and he's willing to do illegal things, cheating is very easy. He won't think twice about cheating. And you can't let a man tell you otherwise. I don't care who he is. I don't care if he the biggest dope boy in the game and he give away $1 million a year to the kids in the street. You still getting cheated on. You still getting, because they ain't got nothing to do with you. Just because he got a big heart don't mean he gonna be faithful to you if he doing illegal activity. So if you with a man and he goes to prison, that's when you really evaluate the man that you have. That's when you do your digging. That's when you, get that iPad he left, get that phone he had to leave. That's when you go ahead and just kind of see what was what. And then that's when you can make a clean break. If the situation was toxic or you realize this really ain't who you're supposed to be with, now you can make a clean break. Whereas if this criminal was out free and you tried to make that clean break, it could have went sour. So now God done allowed him to get locked up for his wrongdoing to give you a way of escape so that you can leave without getting into a physical situation that could cost you a whole lot more. And so understand that. Now, if he's a great guy and it just so happened, something happened, it wasn't like just deliberate, like it's something like what I explained. If a man, boom, hit a man for he defending you and this man happens to lose his life, then that's something different, like the movie A Time to Kill and, John Q. Remember the movies where the men, they did something, it was a righteous indignation. They did something. If it's a situation like that, then that's totally different. But if you just got your old scammer, drug dealing, low integrity man, and he go to prison, got to go. Get on. Especially if you know he ain't trying to change. That he finna sit down, but he using that time to get smart on how he can come out and do the same thing he did to get it locked up, but he want to do it better when he get out. Go on about your business. And if you know he's, non-confrontational, non-violent, he just kind of, doing crime, but he's not the type of guy that's crazy enough to do nothing to you physically, then definitely go on about your business. If you know he ain't the one and he ain't got the morals and stuff to keep you and to be with you and to be the man that you need, go on about your business. And if you going through anything that's stressful, that you crying, that you getting cheated on, you done got hands put on you, you unhappy, unless this thing is next to perfect, you hear me? Leave with a man that go to prison. Leave. Because you can't give him no other room for nothing. If you're gonna be a jailbird, you need to be perfect in that relationship. Need to be no dirt on you in a relationship if you want to be a jailbird. But you can't deal with no toxic jailbird. That's a double whammy. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon. And if another question that comes with a nuance to this, then I'll address that. But these things is kind of case by case. God bless you. We'll talk soon.